Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 4 of the Unleash Your Magic 5-day sacred journey. In this video, we're going to be talking about action and alignment. And so yesterday's video, we talked about reclaiming your power, and I brought you through an energy exercise to reclaim your power and start to take your energy back. And today, what's really moving through is I want to bring you through my process to really claiming what it is that you want, reclaiming your passion, claiming what it is that you want, and starting to get your energy in motion so that you can unleash your magic, so that you can start creating the deep success that you want with more ease. And again, this can be in any area of your life. And so I'm going to go through the process, and then we're going to dive deeper into a few of the topics. And so once you've reclaimed your power, and we've also evaluated, where are you feeling disconnected from your passion? What you really have to do is find that thread within you that is making the decision that you are ready for something different. You have to find that boundary. You have to find that stand within yourself of being so tired of the way that things are going, being so tired of feeling disconnected from that flow, from that life force, from your passion. You have to be willing to find that place of discontent so that you can find that line of wanting something more. Being willing to take a stand for wanting more. And so I really want to invite you to find that place today. Find that place of allowing yourself to not only want more, but be done with the old way, right? That is the first step to truly unleashing your magic, finding that stand for yourself, for what you are wanting to create in your life, in your business, in your relationship, for yourself. When I started to make changes in my business, and I went from overdrafting my bank account to, creating I had a $7,000 month. The thing that shifted for me was I made the decision that I wasn't available anymore to, one, not trust myself, but two, not follow this deep pulse inside of me that was craving more and wanting more. So also with my health, when my health started to improve, the reason was because I made trusting myself, trusting my intuition, a non-negotiable. I knew that if I wasn't trusting myself, if I wasn't trusting my intuition, I was going to be sick. And my body kept proving it to me over and over and over again. And in my business, that was what was happening in my bank account, right? When I wasn't trusting myself, when I was hiding, when I was playing small, when I was afraid to do the thing that I needed to do, my bank account reflected it, right? The response that I was getting from the outside world reflected it. So I needed to make more space for my life force energy, for that river, if I wanted to start changing the outside circumstances. And once I did that, I made the decision. It was non-negotiable. And I started to daily take the steps, right? Then what happened is my outside world started to reflect that to me, that inside energy, right? And it happened quickly. So I want you to make the decision. What is it that you're really wanting? What is it that you're tired of? Allow yourself to find that decision. Allow yourself to take a stand for it. If you want to be witnessed in that, share it with us in the Soul Inspired Success community and we will witness you. So that's the first step, really finding your stand. The second step is getting crystal clear on what do you need for you to be able to do what you are wanting. So I'm going to use my business as an example, but when I was wanting to shift the energy in my business and start to show up more fully, right? Make trusting my intuition a non-negotiable. I got crystal clear and honest with myself on what do I need to allow me to show up that way as that person. For me, some of the things that I needed was I needed support. I deeply desired support. It was a non-negotiable for me. Other things that I needed was I needed my self-care practice. I needed to have nutritious food, right? I needed to be eating a certain way because I knew that when I feel good in my body, having my energy aligned is number one priority. So I needed to be doing the personal practices that help me align my energy, Epsom salt baths, being in nature, right? Eating healthy, exercising. I needed to be doing those things so that I could show up the way that I was wanting to show up. And so I got crystal clear on what do I need to be able to show up and take this stand that I'm wanting to take, right? So allowing yourself to find that line, make the decision, then ask yourself and get super honest. What is it that you need to be able to really move forward with this decision? Once you do that, the third step is alignment. So, aligning your energy is a daily practice. It can be a multiple times a day practice. And when we get what I call is a soul pulse, or we feel that deep longing in our heart or in our soul, and we feel the thing calling us, it takes a willingness to show up every day and take the steps that are being asked. But also, we have to be willing to continuously align to it. So as we move, we talked about this in day one, but as we move closer to our passion, what's going to happen is fears are going to bubble up, or the places where we are holding on to energy that isn't ours, those places are going to have to loosen. So the water is going to feel a little bit murky at times, or the places where we're in structures, that aren't really us. The structure isn't fitting us anymore. It's going to start to feel kind of tight, or we're going to feel that resistance. And this can be in our business. This can be with clients. This can be in, packages. This could be in our relationships. So just know that if you're noticing the fear bubble up, or you're feeling the resistance or the uncomfortableness, that's totally normal. You have to be willing to stay with it and work the layers that are coming forward. And so, when I am working this way of constantly aligning to my heart and soul, I'm also trusting that whatever is coming to me is for me. So if my relationship is reflecting a pattern to me, I know that that is for me. And that working that layer, being willing to be in it, is going to help me open more to whatever the thing is that I'm really wanting. Right? So it's working with what is present to get to where you're wanting to go. So the alignment is so important. And, as you are aligning more and more to yourself, it's going to allow you to align your business more and more to yourself too, and when we begin to create in our business from that deeper place of our heart and soul, and we begin to show up and share things, and the decisions that we're making are coming from that deeper place of alignment rather than the logic of this is what I should be doing, or this is the next strategy to get to this thing. It allows you to make a bigger impact with a smaller drop. We talked about this a couple days ago, where one drop is much more potent than a whole 32-ounce container of water. So that is what we're going for. We're going for potent energy. You post one thing, and that one post can make a big impact. People are going to see it. People are going to notice it. They're going to be moved by it. They're going to gravitate towards you because of it. You know, less really is more when we're talking about potency. So that is so much more important than, you know, if you have one drop of juice in the 32-ounce container. So say you're oversaturating your Facebook feed with emails, you know, posts that aren't really aligned. You're just trying to share just to have stuff, or you're sending out emails that are just like whatever. It's like one drop of juice in 32 ounces, right? Rather than just having that one drop of sweet, yummy nectar. So I want you to think in this terms of like potency versus saturation. So alignment, you will constantly need to be realigning. And when you do that, just know that it's going to create the deeper impact, the deeper ripples. It's going to allow you to also be open to the deeper success that you're wanting. The fourth thing is embodiment. So something that I see happen often, this can happen in any area, but for visionaries, we tend to be able to see in the future, you know, and so sometimes when you are working with the higher energy, the heart, the crown energy, you can see what's possible for your business. And maybe that's even like having a taste of like what it is that you really want to be doing, but it feels really far. You know, or maybe even in your relationship, like I totally used to do this where I could see the potential, right? And I could see the potential in these people. I could see the potential in our relationship, but there was a disconnect from the what is actually here and what the potential is, right? And so to fully manifest what you're desiring and to manifest it with more ease, embodiment is essential. And so I want to just give you I'll give you two tangible results. So I'll give you the relationship result, and then I'll give you business results. So in my relationship, so a conversation that me and James have been having for a while is moving. So moving to a new state, moving to a new place. I'm not 100% sure where I want to move. So I'm sort of in the manifest process of it. And he really loves Colorado. So that's where he thinks he wants to move or whatever. And there's a way that we can see, right? We can see like, yes, we want to move. And if we go into the fear energy of it and the needing to make it happen, we can try to rush into it before we're actually energetically aligned to it, right? So then what happens is you move and you take all the stuff with you, or you're not, like we talked about in, I think it was day 1, you're not available to actually receive the thing, right? So if a hole is in your container, you try to move to it and then you're not available for the thing. And so you don't get to enjoy it and like absorb it and soak it in the same capacity as if you were fully available for it. So, you know, in that circumstance, what you would want to do is you would want to work on the embodiment piece, right? So what is it that I need to do today to start moving towards a move? You know, maybe it's enjoying what I have now. Maybe it's soaking in the level of relationship that we've created. Maybe it is starting to get rid of things, right? So that we're more physically prepared. As we allow ourselves to embody it and also start to create the experience for ourselves of becoming that person that is ready to move, then we can manifest it quicker and with so much more ease, right? Rather than it needing to be hard, or we get the thing and then we're not available for the thing. So that's an example. Another example is with business. So say this, I see this with entrepreneurs all the time. So, and I've done it for myself. So I'm going to use like creating a package as an example. So we don't want to sell single sessions anymore. And like for myself, I knew that I wanted to take people on longer journeys. And so I created a 6-month program. Well, I wasn't embodying the person that was ready to hold a 6-month container, right? So then it takes a while before we can actually manifest it. So when something is far like that, what I suggest is you can still hold that container, but also ask yourself, what am I available for right now? Because you can want to sell a 6-month package, but the truth is, if you haven't sold single sessions, then maybe focusing on that and building your way up, that's going to be the way to get to the next thing. Another example is, I saw myself working with healers and entrepreneurs at a really young age before I even really started working as a dietitian. So that could be really scary, right? Because I didn't even have experience as an entrepreneur and I hadn't even really started my own practice yet. And so at that time, I didn't focus on, well, I want to help healers. So I'm so focused on that, I'm not going to do the thing that's in front of me, right? Instead, I focused on the thing that was in front of me. I focused on where I was, which was doing holistic health consults, and working with some nutrition patients, helping people lose weight. That's where I was in my journey. That was the thing that was right in front of me. And so I took that step, and that led to the next step, right? That led to me doing more energy work. That step led to the next step, me teaching energy healing. And then each step built on each other to where now I'm working with healers, practitioners, entrepreneurs, right? And so just giving you the bigger view of, sometimes as visionaries, we can get those soul impulses of feeling what our soul deeply wants and desires and what's for us. But the key is doing it with our heart and not with our mind, because our mind, if we're doing it with our mind and we're trying to strategize and get to the thing, we're really missing the point, and the way to get there, and to get there with more ease, more joy, right? More like fulfillment. We talked about how our feelings really are the thing, right? So it's like when we can be in the moment and enjoy the process, it's so much yummier, So the heart, being in our heart and trusting our heart allows for that. And so the key here is trusting our heart and trusting what your heart is asking, what the step your heart is asking you to take for that day, that time. And so embodiment. And as you do that, you're becoming the person who is then going to be able to hold the bigger space or do the vision that you're really, seeing for yourself. So you become the person on the way to get to the thing. So the 4th step is embodiment, and the 5th is soul-inspired action. You have to be willing to take action, and every single day asking yourself, what is the step that I need to take today? And it's not from a mental place, but it's really from listening to your heart. Listening to your heart, listening to, again, with it could be in relationships, it can be business, but listening to What is it that you need to do today? What is it that you need to focus on? How is it that you need to show up for yourself first and foremost, and then for others? And as you do that, it's, we take one step, and that one step can allow us to open our heart, and then we can feel and we can see the bigger picture, right? So we can start to feel more energy. We can start to feel the perimeters around us, and then that lets us then know the next step to take. And so this is the 5-step process to unleashing your magic. Tomorrow we're going to talk more about opening your heart, awakening your heart, and opening to receive. And so that'll be kind of like the bringing it home. And so I'd love for you to head over to the Soul Inspired Success community. Let me know what's coming forward for you. Definitely let me know, where are you taking a stand? Where are you drawing that line? That is uber important today. And then also the second step, which was, what do you need? Right? What do you need to allow yourself to start moving in this direction? What is the support you need? What are you needing from yourself? Those are the 2 foundations that are going to be essential for you to begin to unleash your magic. And then the other 3 steps, are kind of like the guidance along the way as you do that. So I'm looking forward to connecting with you in the group, and I will see you tomorrow.